Today I'm joined by Robert Berkman, the managing editor of Simba Information, a leading authority for market intelligence focused on educational publishing. Robert has done extensive research on the rise of AI and its use in the classroom. Robert, as of 2024, how would you describe the use of AI in K through 12? Is it being used? And how is it working for teachers?
Well, I'd say it's working its way into the classroom. And to attest to that, there have been a couple of recent surveys done just November of 23 that can attest to that. One was done by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishers, and they found that about 1/3 of K to 12 teachers said they were using it in the classroom. And a similar survey done by Ed Reports, a really good publication information service, did a similar survey and also found right about the same, 30 to 40%. Now, before getting a little more detail, I just should note that AI is not necessarily new to the classroom. It's been around for a long time in sort of standard personalization learning, where if a student gets something wrong, they get an easier question. If they get it right, they may get a harder question. So there's been this kinds of AI for a while, but this new generative AI like ChatGPT, which really it's been about a year now since that is new, and so by the spring, I'd say, of 2023, teachers began getting some early indications that there were some useful and practical uses for it that were working well. So, for example, some of these low-hanging fruits include some administrative efficiency things for teachers, helping them create lesson plans faster and more effectively, doing some administrative and paperwork. But in terms of learning, things that so far seem to be showing good signs of promise are things like more extensive and deeper customized or personalized learning, so that the tests or the homeworks could be adapted either to the needs of an individual or a group of students. Let's say certain students have a special need or an issue that needs attending. So better customization. Also assessment. It's been used for doing automated assessment using AI. And also one-on-one homework help, kind of tutoring in things like language, math, and science. Those are all areas that teachers seem to be satisfied with and are looking forward to using it more.
Wow, that's a lot of different areas.
Mm-hmm.
What are the biggest challenges facing teachers in the use of AI?
I think there are maybe 4 major challenges. The first one is training. Teachers, even those that are really enthusiastic about it and want to use it, they need help in figuring out how to use it best. What do they need to do? So they really need help either from their district or their state or their school, or somehow they can't be just left on their own. So training is one. A second is teachers need greater what's called a visibility into how AI makes its decisions when it does something. When a student is using it, the teacher doesn't want to be in the dark, but in the loop. And this is important too. And there's some work being done there on making what seems like a black box, which often is, more obvious to teachers. So they really are part of the learning process. They're not left out. That's pretty important too. Teachers also want to know a little more about what can they do about unauthorized use of ChatGPT or other AIs for things like writing an essay or a report when they've created a policy to say, let's say, don't use AI or only use it with permission. Teachers are being told they need to create clear policies. But what do they do? Because it's very, very hard, if not impossible, to tell AI-generated text from non-generated. So this is still kind of an open question. It's still evolving. And teachers, even those, again, that like AI, they want to make sure that their students are not bypassing learning foundational skills, things like critical thinking, analysis, reason. So that is still a live issue, and it's something I personally have been looking into quite a bit to see what can be done in this area, and it's a tough one. And finally, students' challenge is they want to make sure their students' privacy is protected. So when they're introducing like an edtech product that has AI that naturally is going to be gathering a lot of data to make its decisions, how can the teachers make sure they're not part of a process that's going to be compromising students' data in any way? So I'd say there are other kind of frontline challenge at the moment.